Welcome back, my friends. Welcome in, Raiders. Natto, thank you very much for the raid, my friend. Always very happy to see you, Natto. I hope, were you playing... You're playing Super Punch-Out tonight. That's right. I don't want to watch that game until I, play it myself. So I had to sit that one out. But I hope you had a good time. Yeah, sorry we're on a BRB. I hope that treated you well. My friends, give Natto a follow. He is a fantastic stream, one of my favorites. Does a lot of retro stuff, does some challenging stuff. Just did what I will never do and beat Mike Tyson's Punch Out recently. He's been doing Deathless Contra runs. He's a very talented Ninja Gaiden player and Super Metroid speedrunner. And just a chill and friendly dude. Very, very great stream Natto's got. Capricorny, welcome in. Thank you for coming along. Buddha Fingers, welcome in. Thank you for the watch streak, Buddha. 20 streams. Very much appreciated. So I'm coming off of, I had a horrible time with Dragon's Lair tonight. I'm just, that game has worn me down. I've been stuck at the same part of Dragon's Lair for weeks, and I'm just finding the strength to go on in short supply. So my spirit's a little low right now, my friends. And, playing Ecco the Dolphin is like the last thing to pick it back up. But, you know, here we are. New phase, welcome in. Dirk the Daring. Yeah, I've been working on Dragon's Lair on the NES. I've been playing it off and on for a really long time, and it's been a long time since I've made progress, and so I'm feeling discouraged. Let's get our password put in. So I'm actually kind of stuck in this game as well, but I haven't been stuck for very long. I made it up to a weird boss fight the last time we played this, and I struggled with it for like, I don't know, maybe an hour or so. Maybe not even that long. And I don't really know how to do this part either, but yeah, from one discouragement into another. How's the glasses situation coming along? No news. No news on that, Natto. I probably won't hear anything until, like, I probably won't get them until next week. On Friday, they told me 7 to 14 days, so, you know, it probably won't be next week until I get the new glasses. But these are doing fine for now, as long as I don't have to drive anywhere. I imagine I would be safe to drive, but I'm really, like, super cautious. Like, I don't take chances behind the wheel. I take that real seriously. So I'd just rather not. Dragon's Lair was a menace for me back in the day. Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. Safe and steady wins the race. Anytime I have to drive an unfamiliar vehicle or I have to drive in an unfamiliar place, like, I don't even like having the radio on. Like, I want my full attention on what I'm doing. I remember, when I moved from Tennessee to Texas, I had to drive like the big box truck with all of our stuff in it, and I was towing I was towing my car behind that, and I'm kind of a nervous driver as it is, so it was the whole ride was like 18 hours. White knuckle gripping the steering wheel, driving in complete silence. It was a rough trip. I've seen how you drive and marry Kate and Ashley. You're not fooling me. I can't imagine towing a car, driving a U-Haul is bad enough. Yeah, I don't like a big box truck like that. Fortunately, it's the only time I've had to do that. But despite that, I've moved hundreds and hundreds of times. It feels like. I know dozens is more accurate, but. Alright, so this is what I'm up to, my friends. There's this weird thing. I've got to break this thing loose and beat it apart, and it's really just not good. This orb thing is like so slippery, it's hard to actually make it come loose, and when it does, it reattaches itself. And when it is loose, if it comes anywhere near you in the wall, you're crunched to instant death. So, you'll probably see soon enough that this is a real bad situation. This is a real bad game. Everyone remembers the Ecco games fondly, and everyone, like, praises them when they talk about them, but nobody completes them. This is why. Because they're full of garbage like this. Frownie, hop on the Ecco Discord and you can talk to the creator. There's like, there's a piece of wisdom that people always say is like you should never like meet your heroes. It's probably also true that you should never meet your villains. I agree. Don't meet anyone, Kasarigama says. I might have a history of being just a little bit mildly unkind and unfair in regard to the things I've had to say about these games. I'm not saying that anyone might characterize my rhetoric as violently acidic. I'm not saying that would be an appropriate description, but I'm not saying it wouldn't be. The first piece of damage, it seems like you can do the first piece of damage with only one of the arms broken free, but you have to get them both. You have to get them both free to complete the damage sequence? I don't know what the word I'm reaching for is. So, whatever it is they want me to do is, like, on the one level, it's annoyingly impossible to do whatever it is I'm supposed to do. And on the other hand, if I do accidentally make some progress toward the goal, it just insta-kills me anyway, so... It's not a matter of, like, I have to accident my way into progress, which I do, but I have to do so in such a way or for such a time that the game, like, the game's, like, scam clock doesn't count down and decide that it's, decide that the alarm's going off. It's time to reset my progress for no reason all over again. And when I say for no reason, it's like, I know what's happening. I'm getting crunched, but... The fairness of these crunches cannot be objectively established. We need to make developers complete games before they release them. If they can't do it, it can't be released, Kasarigama says. 100% agree. I've said that exact same thing. I've said that exact same thing on the stream before. It's really annoying to be given a task or a challenge that you are so overwhelmingly confident that the designer would not do. It's like, read through the book Green Eggs and Ham. Read through the book Green Eggs and Ham and imagine in the back of your mind the entire time that Sam I Am, the antagonist of that book, imagine the whole time that his actual feelings toward Green Eggs and Ham are how I feel about ketchup. And then you'll understand how it feels when a developer gives you a challenge like this in a game that you have no faith that they would even try to do. Yeah, but of course. Well, I mean, yeah. If they don't live stream it, then talk is cheap. My health is all gone. I don't even know why it's gone. I haven't even been crunched yet. But you just get crunched against nothing. Like, it's one thing that, like, when I get crunched between the wall and the globe, like, sure, I got squished. I should take damage. But when I get crunched between the globe and nothing, hyper unacceptable. You see the Pigeon Intelligence test versus Cuphead demo. Our reviewer gave it bad marks. I don't know what the Pigeon Intelligence test was, but I did. I had heard about. There's apparently a rather infamous story about a bad reviewer not being able to do the tutorial in Cuphead. Oh, it's just a timing thing. They're set against each other. Hey, King Spawn, welcome in. I hadn't heard of it in that context, but I had I'd heard there was an embarrassing failure with the tutorial. I gotta be real careful. I gotta be real careful, though, because you see, I live in a glass house. there's hundreds and hundreds of hours of me performing pretty horrifically badly in video games out there. I think you could. I think you could very easily find clips of me to put up against a pigeon intelligence test where I would not look favorable. I dare say the reverse. I dare say the reverse might be harder to find. It might be harder to find videos that make me look good in the comparison. Oh. Went to the movies today with my buddy. Did a triple feature. Oh my goodness. Hope it was a good time. I don't know when the last time I watched 3 movies in a single day was. I say that, but we usually go and visit my dad sometime around Christmas every year. And while we're there, there's usually a pretty, like, continual marathon of Christmas movies happening in the background. And we're not really sitting and watching them with our full attention like you would in a theater, but that would be an extended movie watching session, so I guess it happens at least once a year. Oh. I actually forgot I have another ability. I haven't used this at all tonight. I just completely forgot it existed. I don't know if it's gonna help me. It doesn't help you break the thing free, but it might help me not get crunched as much. Or not. Well, Strangers 3... I'm glad it's over. It's a waste of time. Those movies are a fat waste of time. My health is all gone. Why is my health always gone? Hard to please when it comes to movies now, Kasarigama says. I'm pretty, I don't know, I'm pretty indifferent to a lot of, what's coming out. Mercy and good luck. Have fun. Don't die. Mercy and good luck have fun, don't die? Is that all one title? Or the other two? I enjoyed both of those. So, like, one of the really frustrating things is, like, it crunches you. If you move between the globe and a wall, it will crunch you even if the globe is not moving toward the wall. Like, if here's the wall and here's the globe and it's coming away from it and you swim up in between as it's pulling away, it still counts as you being crunched and you die. It's just it's just so horrible. It just reads your death. It just reads your death into every possible situation. It's so janky. Good luck, have fun, don't die is the full title. Pretty crazy off the wall. You know it's off the wall. Frownie keeps running into it. Oh, I'm dead again. Every time I look up at my health meter, it's empty. It's just such a shame. It's just such a shame that, like, on the one hand, like, they put so much effort into making these games, pretty cool art pieces, and then on the other hand, they made them so miserable to play that, like, it's like having a really great novel that's beautifully written, but every time you turn the page, you get a paper cut on your eye. Like, you just can't enjoy the art when it's wrapped up in something like this. How did Dragon's Lair go? Oh, horribly. Horribly. King Spawn. I'm not making any progress, and I'm feeling really defeated by that game. I'm probably at the point where I have to take another break from it because my frustration with it's just running real high. At least tonight, I feel the end of my tether. My tentative plan is to stream tomorrow and Thursday as well, And I'd like to work on Superman tomorrow and maybe Disaster Report on Thursday. Finally go back and try and finish that game up. So we'll see if one or both of those streams actually happen. But these are what I'm thinking about. It truly is one of those unbeatables and made to eat quarters. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely... I mean... You know, the NES version isn't a direct port of the arcade. It's its own game, so... It didn't have to. Like, they weren't getting any... No one's mailing... Like, no one's playing the NES version of the game and then mailing the developers quarters every time they die. Like... It didn't have to be so miserable. They could have, they could have tried to make something decent. Nintendo Hotline. Yeah, I guess there's that. I don't know, make a really fun NES game and then people fall in love with the franchise and then they seek out the arcade game to because of their love for the other version, and then you get more quarters in the long run. It's probably a horrible strategy. Wish you the best of luck. It's a high probability I won't be able to make the rest of this week's streams, Cow says. Imagine more travel may be in order for you in that case. I don't know, I'm making assumptions, but if you are going to travel, I hope that it's all accomplished safely and smoothly. You will be missed, Cows. I think I saw the original Strangers spawn. But I couldn't tell you anything about it. I just kind of feel like I sort of remember it a general blur. I think my parents watched it and liked it, and then they had it on when we were hanging out with them one time, so I think I've seen it, though I could also be just confusing it with some other sort of movie with a similar plot, so I can't really speak to its quality. Hoping not with the weather being what it is, but we'll see how tomorrow shakes out. Well, you know, I'm not gonna complain if you end up stuck at home and have to tune into the stream. But I hope you're well either way. That's what I'm hoping for. Oh my goodness. Why is this so irritating? I just don't understand. I'm not, like, I can't be surprised. It's not like the whole game hasn't been irritating up until this point, but... I'm somehow just consistently surprised by how there's always another, like, layer of depth to the abyss of not fun. I'm surprised you've not gotten a stress ball yet. I need one of those. I need one of those, I don't know, they look like pliers handles, and you squeeze them to, like, build your your grip strength. I need to get one of those, and squeeze that in between attempts of these miserable games. Saw it in theaters, was really good. Pretty scary. Felt real, too. So I haven't watched any new horror movies, but I've been reading novels based on old horror movies. That wasn't really my plan, but it kind of happened that way. Because I read The Exorcist last month, and I just started The Silence of the Lambs today, so that's where I am with, like, enjoying the horror genre lately. And so far, both books pretty one-to-one with their movies. I'm only about a quarter of the way into Lambs, but it's you know, like the Exorcist. I think the screenplay was written by the author, so, like, it makes sense. But it was pretty. It was pretty much just the book was pretty much just the movie, and so far Lambs has been more or less the same. Yeah, there's little differences, but they're all real minor so far. Ramla, Ramladoo, welcome in. Hope you're well tonight. Welcome to Echo. This game has been and probably will indefinitely continue to be just a bunch of this. Bouncing this ball around. Getting killed for no reason. And restarting endlessly. Still in this game. So whether or not I'm near the end, I can't really ever tell. It's part of my blind policy of games is I shouldn't in a perfect world I should never know if I'm at the end of a game until the credits roll. I assume, because I've been playing it for a long time, like, I assume I have to be near the end, but I don't know. Hey, Demi, how'd Dragon's Lair go? Horribly. I made no progress, and I'm ready to just quit the game for a while. Thank you for joining us tonight, though. It's got me feeling real bitter. Dragon's Lair is me feeling real bitter right now. And this game isn't helping either. It's a rough night. It's a rough night for your old friend Frownie. So, sorry if I'm not in a very, like, engaging or personable mood. Oh. I'm really irritated with the games I'm playing. Are you hitting this thing? About like 1% of the time. I think when it bounces off the wall is when it takes damage. But it can only bounce off the wall when its arms are broke free, and it's really hard to break the arms free. And even when you do, they grow back a lot, so. And I'm not sure, but I think when the arms grow back, it heals itself. So even if I do make progress, like, it gets erased in a ton of ways. And it insta-kills me all the time for no reason. Welcome in, Sensation. Thank you for joining us. I remember having this on Sega as a kid. It seems a lot of people. I mean, I don't know about the Tides of Time specifically, but it seems that, like, Ecco is one of those games that, like, if you had a Sega, there was a really good chance you had at least Ecco 1. I didn't have a Sega, so I don't have any nostalgia for these games. And sometimes I feel like I could really use it. Because it's easy to find reasons to dislike these. I remember going with land from one water area to another. Yep. So this one actually has this has a shocking amount of on-land travel. I don't know if I read that out loud or just in my head. Buddha asked if I was, are you not having a ball, Frownie? Ironically. I have to say, no, I'm not. What do you have to do? I have to make this ball hit the edge of the screen. Or the edge of the room. I have to do that a bunch of times without dying. And so far I've been working on it for probably about 2 hours, and I'm making no progress, so... It's about as fun to play as it is to watch. Oh. I'm expecting that we're going to keep going for probably another hour, and I 100% think that I will not make any progress in that time. I think it's just going to be another hour of this. I don't have any illusions that anything is going to go my way at this point tonight. Don't remember this part. This is pretty far into the game. I can't tell you where we are, like, in relation to, like, how much is left, because I play things blind, and I really don't like to have spoilers or advanced information in any way. So, I don't know what's coming up after this, or how much. This could be the last boss, for all I know, but it's annoying enough to be, but it's pretty far. I'm pretty far along into the game. I've been playing it for a few nights, and most of the time I was making progress. I'm not anymore, but I used to make progress. Imagine being 4 or 5 and attempting this. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way I could have played this as a kid. I would have given up video games forever. Are you save stating? Never. No way. Old-fashioned restarting from the beginning. Well, neither. I have a pass. The game gives you passwords on every stage, so I can use a password to save my progress. But no, I try to use real hardware most of the time. Not that I think you have to. Just I'm lucky and have a lot of the real hardware. So, like, rewind and save state and stuff like that are not even options for me, even if I wanted to use them. And even if I had them, I wouldn't want to, because I really like playing stuff like the way you would have had to in the 80s, right? I like to recreate that experience of, you got a game from the rental shop, you don't have any friends, you don't have any magazines or any internet, you got the cartridge and that's it. Can you beat the game? Good luck. Like, that's the kind of experience I like to recreate. Which means I usually have a very hard time. Felt that way with Rayman, the PlayStation 1 Rayman. That was one of the break the discs and never again games. I haven't beat that game. I played it on the stream just a little bit one night. I actually picked it, so it's been a couple years, but I picked it to put on the stream one night because I was like, I need to play something easy. I need to have an easy night on the stream. How about Rayman? That's a platformer. That can't be too bad, right? I'll play Rayman. Because I thought it would be an easy night. And that game's horrific. That game's a nightmare. I've never been more wrong. I do want to go back and beat it. But I haven't done it yet. Because I had a couple Rayman games when I was a kid. I had Rayman on the Game Boy Color, and I don't remember it very well, but I feel like I remember liking it. And I had Rayman 2 on the Nintendo 64, and that's a game I don't think I ever beat, but I restarted it a lot. So I must have at least liked the first part of the game. I can kind of remember the first, like, couple levels. Like, I think it starts with, like, there's a sliding section, and there's kind of a jungle-themed level. I don't know. I would like to play more Rayman. The only one we've done on the stream was on the PlayStation 3. I played Rayman Legends? Origins? I played a Rayman game on the PlayStation 3. I don't remember which one it was, but it was really good. We 100%ed that one. It was a fun playthrough. Never tried Tomba. No, I've heard of that one. That's another PlayStation 1 game, right? Yeah, might would be something fun to play. I don't have a copy of that one, though, so... That's the thing about using the hardware, is, like... I gotta actually own the disc to be able to play a lot of these games. And sometimes they get kinda expensive. My PlayStation collection's pretty thin. I have fewer PlayStation games than I have for a lot of other consoles. I don't know how many, I've probably got like around 150 like NES games, and maybe like around 100 in 64. But like with like PlayStation, I probably only got like 30 or 40 games, maybe. 40 or 50, somewhere in that range. It's a smaller collection. And most of the things that I have on the PlayStation, like most of the PlayStation games I have are really cheap, like janky trash games. There's stuff that I buy because I can find it for just a few dollars and I think it'll be funny to play on the stream, like Mary-Kate and Ashley Go to the Mall, or Powerpuff Girls, or something like that. Hey, Pumpkin Moco Man, thank you for joining us. Dolphin games going bad. Both of the games tonight going real bad. All I've done in Ecco tonight is just what you're seeing on the screen right now. Just dancing with this globe thing. It's a rough night. Q*bert was a good one. Remember I loved Rampage. Played a little bit of Q*bert on older versions of it. Rampage, I think my cousin had that game on the Nintendo 64. Played a little bit of that version. Not a lot of it, but I kind of know, like, you play as monsters and destroy the city. Like, I kind of remember what it's like vaguely. We started with Dragon's Lair on the NES. I've been struggling with that game for a while, and I am not making any progress in it either. I can't. I just can't do it. I just slip around this thing. I can't push it because I can't get a grip on it. It just doesn't matter what, just any angle I come at it, it's all useless because it's round. I just slip around it. Yeah, that doesn't help either, it just makes bad noises. Oh my goodness. No, there's no timer in this game. That's just my dash sound. Rampage World Tour was cool when it came out. Why is this game like this? We were taught patience in the 90s. Oh my goodness, this is not patience. This is you've got a I don't even know the kind of endurance I need for this. This is a whole other level. It's like watching the Grand Canyon form in real time. It's more insanity than patience. crunched. No, the damage is just like it changes color to show if you're landing damage. The bubbles don't. The bubbles go away. The bubble arms go away if you make it to phase 2 of whatever this is. But they don't go away until you get to the next phase. Which I've only made it to that second phase a couple times, and usually I just instantly die, so it looks exactly like this phase, except the arms are gone. This looks broken. Oh, that's what these games are like. They just, they got, like, they're mostly really great music and really great visuals and really weird and interesting, like, stories. And then just horribly janky, annoying, awful gameplay. That's just the worst thing you could put yourself through. It's like drinking a delicious smoothie that's made with all of your favorite fruits and a handful of thumbtacks. The squares, the top squares are my health and the bottom squares are my oxygen. But this level doesn't make you manage your oxygen. Because there's nowhere to breathe, so they just give you free air the whole level, I guess. But the top squares are like my damage. They're my health. They go away when I take damage. But usually I just look up and they're just all gone for no reason during this segment. It doesn't really make sense. This is most of what happens here is just insta-kill, so I might as well not even have a health bar. Well, see, something hit me. I don't know what, though. What's the story of this game? I don't know. It's really weird and complicated. I couldn't summarize it. Basically, Ecco is a dolphin that travels through time and fights aliens. But, like, the specifics of it, I don't know if I could do much better than that. There's like a giant DNA molecule that's our friend that wants us to fight the aliens. Yeah, just like the boss fight, it's pretty hard to explain. Uh... It's pretty weird, like, you know, it's pretty weird because, like, you get to travel, like, into, like, well, in the first game, like, you go back to, like, dinosaur times, and this one, there's a bunch of stages that are set in the future, and the future stages, like, have kind of a cool look to them. They don't really look that different, but the color palette's a little different, and there's these weird, like, fungus things that kind of remind me of, like, the fungus in the Super Mario Brothers movie from the 90s. So I'm predisposed to enjoy it. Thank you for following, Sensation. Very much appreciate that. It's very kind of you, especially on a night when I'm definitely not at my best. Sparrow Grass, welcome in. Good to see you again. Still waiting on that sequel. I think our chances of a live action Mario sequel passed away with Bob Hoskins, unfortunately. That's all right. I tend to like my media universes to be very small and self-contained. That's why I can't get into something like, that's why I could never get into something like Star Trek, because, you know, there's like a dozen movies, and there's like 100 different television series with thousands of episodes, and this is just too much. It just take your whole life to watch even like 5% of it. There's so much of it. It's too big. I like something like much simpler, like Star Wars, right? Because with that, it's real easy. Because there's only 3 movies. They made 3 Star Wars movies, and they never made anything else, and so it's real easy to enjoy just all of it that exists. That's how I like my media franchises. I didn't even know he was sick. Yeah, I think, I mean, I don't know how he passed away, but I believe he hasn't been with us for several years now. You eat peppers? I do. I mostly hot sauces. I used to have fresh, like, raw spicy peppers on the stream when I first started it, but mostly I use hot sauces now for convenience. Usually when I beat a game, I eat hot sauce to celebrate. So you don't get to see that very often when I'm playing stuff like this. But yeah, I like really spicy foods. Sometimes we eat other stuff. Sometimes I find like beef jerky or sunflower seeds or some weird thing that's like really spicy to eat. Like fruit flavored hot sauce. I had one. I had one that was like, I think it was ghost pepper and blueberries. I had a couple years ago. That was really good. I liked having it on chicken. I don't remember who made it. Thing about Star Trek, all the equipment and weapons are based on mathematical reality. Some of them have things like cold fusion, which we're yet to figure out in present day. Be part of the appeal for some people. Oh no, I get why I get why people like it. I'm like I get why people like it. It really is too expansive for me. Like that's the thing, is like it's too overwhelming. It's too intimidating to try and watch something that has so many like hundreds of hours of content. So like that is true, but I was also just partially exaggerating so I could make the joke about pretending that like the other Star Wars movies don't exist. Peach hot sauce. Yeah, I think I had one of those on my wheel not long ago. That was pretty. Same reason I haven't watched Naruto. Too much content to consume it all. Yeah, that can be pretty discouraging for me, and I'm usually happy with just I don't pick up on social cues very well. Oh, no worries. A lot of people when they have something that they really like, they it seems that that for a lot of people when they have something they really like, they want there to be more and more and more, and like a whole bunch of it. And I'm kind of the opposite, to where when I have something I really like I'd rather it be just real self-contained, and maybe something I could dig deeply into, but not something that like I have to dig widely into. Soul Calibur? I've never really played much of any of those. Played a little bit of there was one on the GameCube, I think, a Soul Calibur game where you could play as Link. I didn't have that game, but my buddy did in high school, and I played it with him once, and he got really annoyed that I kept hitting him with a butterfly net. I'm not a very fun person to play fighting games against because I'm not very good at them. And I'm not afraid to just relentlessly spam annoying, cheesy moves. Yeah, Soul Calibur. The GameCube had Link, the Xbox had Spawn. And did the PlayStation, did the PlayStation have Darth Vader? Am I remembering that right? Bloody Roar, I love that game. I don't know that one. Hihachi. I thought there was a he was in the PlayStation one. I thought there was a Soul Calibur game that had Darth Vader in it. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Maybe I'm thinking of that awful Star Wars fighting game on the PlayStation 1. Darth Vader and Yoda are in Soul Calibur. Alright, so I was thinking maybe it was just it was Soul Calibur, but a different number in the series. Do you know of Force Alchemy? I do not. Sagaya, welcome in. Soul Calibur 4 had Star Killer. That's the guy from The Force Unleashed. I haven't played those games. I think I've got one or two of them on the Wii, maybe, but I haven't played them. Before lightsabers, they would fuse the dark side of the Force into swords. Tortured souls, kind of, sorta. Darth Vader's suit is made that way. He can move like Goku in the original content. No, this is definitely lore. This is definitely lore that I don't know. I'm a very casual, mild Star Wars enjoyer. If it's not in the 6 George Lucas movies or Shadows of the Empire on Nintendo 64, then I probably don't know it. That's really all the lore that I'm caught up on. That's why they arrived in Soul Calibur. There's an evil sword almost identical to Force Alchemy. Chest mimics have no lore. No one knows where they come from. That kind of bothered me. Why did I get an alert about my battery? What? My computer switched to battery power for some reason. That's weird. Well, I really don't know how to do this, my friends. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever going to make progress in this game again. uh, this is turning out. This is turning out to be pretty bad. Yeah, I use a laptop. I stream from a laptop. It's the only computer I have. It's old, too. I think it's from, like, 2015, 2016. I don't know how it still works. It had I don't remember. I got it secondhand, so I don't know how old it is for sure. But I've had it for I think I've had it for 6 years, and it was old when I got it. I think it had Windows 8 on it when I got it, and I switched it to Linux. Oh, we have another raid coming in. Shoutouts to Rush Pirate. Thank you for the raid. I'm typing with my right hand. I'm not very good at it. Ravenous Lobo, welcome in. Mighty Collector, welcome in. Thank you for coming along. Ahoy, Rush Pirate. Thank you for the raid. Claire Obscure, the shoutout link says. Hope that treated you well. Good time in a modern game. Glad to hear it was a good time. I've been having a rough time tonight. No modern games for me, no good times for me. We started with Dragon's Lair and that went awful, and Ecco has been just as bad. I'm making no progress. I don't know what I'm doing, except I'm not getting anywhere. I've got to defeat this this giant globe, but I just can't seem to do it. That's basically what happens to me all the time. I just get crunched. I just get crunched to instant death before I can make any progress. And if I do make progress, doesn't matter. I still get crunched. Affiliate anniversary. Oh, nice. GG's on that. How many years has it been, if I could ask? We're coming up on, I think our affiliate anniversary is next month. The stream anniversary is this month. I don't really make, we don't really do much for anniversaries. I kind of forget that they happen. I think it's 5 years of the stream at the end of February, like the 23rd, I think. Just getting over the flu. Sorry to hear you had the flu. I was dealing with that. I was dealing with that last month. But glad to hear it sounds like you're on the right side of it. I've been at this for, I don't know, almost an hour and a half tonight, and I think I did it another hour the last time we played, so I've been working at this for a long time, and I don't know that I'm ever going to be able to actually do what it wants me to do. It's real bad because sometimes I kind of start to make progress, but then it's always just one-hit kills whenever it wants to kill me. I mean, right now I've lost some health somehow. I just don't really understand. Well, I do. Like, we take damage when we get crushed, but it really is unfair with what it counts as crushing you and whatnot. Because sometimes I'll be in the middle of the room and it'll just tell me I'm crushed. Everyone loves to bash the PlayStation 1 Star Wars fighting game, but my friend and I loved renting it, VHS says. Did you love renting it because it was good or because it was fun? Because, like, I love Bubsy 3D. But I get why everyone bashes it. Because it's a terrible game. But I had so much fun. It was fun for sure. I don't remember it being bad. I don't really know much about it. I'm not the worst. I'm not the best person to judge because even if I did play it, like I don't really like fighting games in general are not my thing. I loved renting it too when it came out. It was top of the line. It was janky for sure, though. I do like Bushido Blade. That's a fighting game. That's the fighting game for me. I like that game a lot. Also, tremendously janky, I will admit. But, I don't know, it's beautiful. Played a lot of Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat growing up. I played a little bit of Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, one of those versions of Street Fighter 2. My cousin had it, so I would play with him sometimes. I was never particularly good at it, but I spent, I don't know, I would say a reasonable amount of time with it. I did get into Super Street Fighter 4 for a while. When I lived in Korea, everyone in the office was playing that game, so everyone kind of had to get into it. It was alright. I was never good at it, but had fun anyway. And Mortal Kombat, I've barely ever played any Mortal Kombat. I think I played Mortal Kombat on the stream one night for an hour. Was Korea awesome? I want to be in Korea. Yeah. We had a lot of fun over there. It's been a long time. I lived there from like 2009 to 2011, so it was like a really long time ago now. There was a Korean drama show I accidentally got really into years ago, VHS says. Am I a James Bond? No, after my wife and I, after we graduated college, we got jobs teaching English in Korea. So we lived over there for a couple years. We just knew we wanted to, we didn't really have like solid plans. We'd actually thought about joining the Peace Corps, which, not that I know a lot about, not really that we know anything about the Peace Corps, but we know they do like work overseas, and so we thought that we would sign up for that, but they didn't take newlyweds. You had to be married for like a year and a half or something before they would consider you. So we found a recruiter that placed people with like teaching English jobs in different countries in Asia, and the option in Korea just seemed like the best fit for us, so that's where we went. Can't really say that I absorbed very much of the media, though. I don't really know anything at all about Korean film or television. I knew the names of a lot of the bands that were popular when we were there, because our students would talk about them all the time. Just had it on the background, the next thing I knew, it really drew me in, and I watched every episode. Were the students good? I mean, they were, Students are all different. Some of them were great. Some of them were more of a handful. Some Korean movies are really good. VHS says. I don't doubt that there's I don't doubt that there's a lot of good stuff to enjoy. I just I don't know. I never really absorbed any of it though. But I don't watch I don't watch very much American television or movies either, so I just don't I don't keep up with a lot of media in general. If I go, what do you recommend for me? I mean, that's, I don't know that I understand the question exactly. Recommend as in what? Like, the thing is, it's been a long time. Like, I couldn't really tell you where to go, or all of my experience is really outdated. So like the recruiter I went through, the academy that I taught at, and stuff like that. Like, I don't even know if I don't even know if they're still in business. It's been 15 years. It's been 15 years since I've been over there. I'm sure everything is very different already. Me either. It was decades ago when I had cable. Have you dealt any damage to this boss? Yeah, I've damaged it a little bit. I've actually made it to the second phase a couple times, but I can't do it reliably because I don't know what I'm doing, and I get killed too frequently and randomly. So I'm really just swimming around in circles, just hoping that I either stumble upon a new idea or just get lucky. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do any different, and I'm really kind of tired and annoyed. So I'm not I don't have the focus and energy to try very hard. But even if I did, I don't know what I'm doing to try. I don't know how I could do better anyway. So I'm not in a good place with this game. I'm not in a good situation. There's a very real possibility that I might be stuck at this point in this game for 20 hours or more. And that's not really an exaggeration because it's happened before. I got stuck on the last level in Echo the Dolphin 1 for 21 hours the first time I played it. I got stuck on it for 19 the second time I played it, and I knew what to do that time, and I was still stuck for that long. If it had, like, flat sides or something I could push against where I wouldn't just roll off of it every time, like, if it were a cube instead of a sphere, we would have a much better time. Sensation, good night. Thank you again for being with us tonight. I hope that you are well until our paths cross again. I think I'm about ready to say goodnight too, though, my friends. I think that's going to be it for this game for tonight. I have accomplished nothing. I thought that I might not, and here we haven't. So I imagine we'll play this again next week. We'll see if things go better for me. I don't know what we're gonna do. If I spend a whole night on this next week and I make no progress, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know that there's anything I can do. I might just be stuck here for the rest of my life. It feels rather impossible. The game says goodnight and it'll troll you next time. Thank you for the stream. Thank you, VHS. Sensation, Cows. Thanks for the great stream as always. Well, I hope you had a great time. I definitely don't feel great. I feel like I've had a very exhausting night. So it's been very good of you. It's been very good of you to keep me company, my friends. I am going to try and stream tomorrow and Thursday. We'll play Superman tomorrow on the NES. I'm stuck in that game too, would you believe it? I'm also stuck in Superman. But I'm more optimistic about Superman. I'm more optimistic about being unstuck in that one. And Thursday we'll probably play Disaster Report. I started a playthrough of that on the PlayStation, and I need to continue that, so we might do that on Thursday. I'm just gonna send us off on a raid here, and I think I'll send us over to Conqueror Worm. This is a name that shows up in our chat every now and then, but I don't know if I've ever seen a Conqueror Worm stream, so this might be something new. Looks like they've got a Sega Master System game of some sort going on over here. It looks like it might be pretty fun too, kind of janky. Thank you, my friends, for being here. Very much appreciate your company. What a rough night. Be well until I get to see you again, my friends, and hopefully that will be real soon. But we're all done for tonight. I'm released. I'm free. It's time to head out. Let's go on an adventure.